confirmed, I will do all my powers permit to be a faithful servant of the Constitution and laws of this great country.
That is Mr. Gorsuch, who is the Supreme Court nominee from Donald Trump last night in what can only be described as a celebrity apprentice, you're hired ceremony. Karen Travers, ABC News White House correspondent. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning. Donald Trump making that very dramatic announcement, walking by himself down the cross hall of the White House into the East Room and starting to talk about what a significant decision this was and how he came to that decision. And then revealing behind door number one, it was Judge Neil Gorsuch. We all got a kick out of it. But I have to say, I give him credit. It didn't leak. I mean, we knew that it was down to two final names, but there was never the AP bulletin or, the tweet from somebody saying, this is it, it's a done deal. Give them credit for the level of suspense, because this is, I think the fifth or sixth or seventh one of these I've covered here at the White House, and they always leak.
Yeah.
So they certainly kept a tight lid on it.
Also give him credit and give the Republicans credit and Mitch McConnell. They've put the Democrats in a box. They must be driving themselves crazy. They couldn't get Merrick Garland appointed, and now they have to listen to this guy who seems like and looks like a dream candidate.
Yeah, Democrats had said that it didn't matter who President Trump nominated. They were going to oppose him or her because of what happened with Merrick Garland. Well, now you have some progressives, some people who even served in a legal capacity for the Obama administration saying this is a good pick. This is somebody who will have sound legal judgment, uphold the rule of law, and also be an important check on executive power based on decisions that he has made on immigration and other issues. And that's something that Democrats are very concerned about right now. So some progressives are saying, look, it could have been a lot worse from your perspective. Somebody could have been much more conservative. So let's just decide where we're going to pick our battles here.
Karen Travers, I have a theory about this. I really think Democrats should praise him and say, what a great pick. We're thrilled. We think it's fantastic. And the more the Democrats like him, the more they're going to drive conservatives crazy, thinking, well, if the Democrats like him, we're not allowed to like him.
This town is so weird, isn't it? The strategies that can be employed. And I think it's also fun now to look back at tweets, when some Senate Republicans or just conservative activists in Washington thought that Hillary Clinton had a lock on winning the White House. Their rhetoric when it came to Supreme Court nominees was very different than what we've been hearing in the last couple of days of, we will oppose everybody, we will, block anything. And now it's like, Democrats, come on, you can't do this. So it just depends on who has the power of how the rhetoric is. But it certainly makes for some nice side-by-side quotes on social media of, you said this in September, and now you're saying this.
Karen Travers. Also, Sean Spicer is now saying the immigrant ban is not a ban. What's going on with this war of words?
So, yeah, I called it a war of words yesterday, too, but it's a war of words at the White House with itself. I mean, the press secretary yesterday saying that the president was merely using the words that the media used, but it's very easy to go back and show all the times that President Trump or his spokesman called this a ban just since Friday, not even back when they were talking about it in theory on the campaign trail. Today, though, the president tweeting that everybody is arguing whether or not it's a ban. Call it what you want. It's about keeping bad people with bad intentions out of the country. And I would argue, not everybody's arguing about it. I think the White House is arguing about it within itself.
Yeah. Sean Spicer, it seems like he's very combative when he talks to you reporters in that briefing room.
I think that is certainly an impression you would get from watching it at home. There's certainly a tension in the room. It's also a contrast to Josh Earnest, who was the outgoing press secretary for President Obama, who in some ways, I like to say, he kind of morphed into President Obama by the end of the administration. He spoke in the same cadence. He gave 17-paragraph answers for simple questions. Sean Spicer doesn't do that. He comes from the world of politics, the RNC, and he's quick. He's moving around the room a lot. And that, of course, I think increases the tension because you know what reporters like? We like follow-up questions.
Right.
Sean Spicer's not giving us a lot of follow-up questions right now. Everybody's trying very hard, but not getting anywhere.
Karen Travers, last question for you. Are they going to keep the 60-vote filibuster rule in there, or are they going to change it?
That's the $10 million question. Mitch McConnell has said he prefers not to use that nuclear option, which would mean a Supreme Court justice could be confirmed with just a simple majority. But President Trump has said he would want that if it meant getting the nominee across the finish line. I think over the next couple of days, you can start doing the count of how many Democrats might be willing to consider this, and can they get to 60, which means they need 8 Democrats.
Yeah, Karen Travers, ABC News correspondent. You're always available for a follow-up for us, so we appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Have a good day, Karen. Thanks.
Thanks.
742 here, Big 550, KTRS.